Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Bob Zybach again. This is the fourth and final video depicting the Holiday Farm McKenzie River wildfire. We've been videotaping all of the Western Oregon wildfires, Labor Day wildfires this year. Thanks to the wonder of Zoom, we're presenting this from Wolf Rock at the headwaters of Blue River. Because we're on Zoom, some of the imagery may become distorted here and there. These videos are being indexed so that we can readily locate them geographically or by landmarks. The music that you will hear, the radio music, will be Russ Sapp and his group Swampgrass with Gary Banowitz. Visual quality on these videos is lost by indexing on YouTube, but the originals are being deposited at Oregon State University archives for research purposes. With that, Kenzie, would you like to describe how you made the videos?
I used an iPhone 11 to record the video by shooting out of the passenger side window as we drove down the highway. In addition to passing trees and landmarks and homes, I also tried to capture the distant hills where the effects of the fire could be seen. Some difficulties included the winding roads and the deep canyons, and the direct bright sun and deep shadows. They sometimes affected the video quality, but overall, I think we got 80 to 90% of good video. Another problem was noise. By holding the iPhone out of the window, we picked up all of the road noise and the wind rather than any descriptions or conversations that were taking place. So in the coming videos, I will be announcing the mileposts and the landmarks.
Here's a map of the Western Oregon wildfires, Labor Day wildfires for 2020. It was drawn by Teresa Alcock at Oregon Department of Forestry. The main fires were the Riverside, the Lions Head fire, the Beachy Creek fire, the Holiday Farm fire, the McKenzie River fire. That's the one we're going to be looking at today, part 4. The Archie Creek fire, the Thielsen fire, the South Open Chain fire, the Almeida Drive fire, Echo Mountain fire. We'll have videotapes on all of those fires. We won't have a videotape for the Slater Creek fire, which occurred mostly in California and took out the town of Happy Camp. Here's a 1929 road map, and this is the route we have been taking. Today we'll be going from Blue River, which is highlighted, to Rainbow, which was the starting point of the fire. And we've added Deerhorn, Finrock, and Rainbow landmarks to this map. They weren't on the original 1929 map. Here is a map of the fire's extent. We can see today we will be going from Blue River to Rainbow. The hash marks are the closures of the BLM and Forest Service lands and the approximate routes that people had to leave in advance of the fire. Here's a 1955 USGS 15-minute map showing the old highway route, and this route will be taking today from Blue River on to Rainbow. And here is Rainbow, main landmark, Castle Rock. Again, this is another 1955 15-minute USGS quadrangle map. This is a Oregon Department of Transportation mileage map. I've left all the material up here with the URL address and information on how to get it. Blue River, Rainbow, and Belknap Bridge are highlighted. The red line is where we will be traveling. This is the fourth and final segment of the videos that McKenzie and I have taken of the McKenzie River fire. And finally, here's a map of the fire. Rainbow is the starting point of the fire. Blue River is where we'll be starting today, and we'll be traveling this route to and from. This area here began burning in the evening of September 7 on Labor Day, and by the end of the following day, September 18th, the entire area outlined in red had burned. So this caused emergency evacuations and destroyed hundreds of homes. It was unexpected that it would burn this hot, this quickly, and this is similar to the other Labor Day fires. We'll now go to the video.
A hot wind blew in late September when I got your call. I caught a glimpse of something that I missed on that hot day in the fall. You'd call from Arizona, and in the mountains you call home. Said you were fine. You wonder from time to time,
Thor's
how
hammer.
I'm doing here alone. Your dad left us in November. Been 20 years ago. Well, he'd be proud if he could see you now in your desert mountain home. He always longed to be a cowboy. He liked to ride in on the range. He loved wide open spaces, the desert and the sage.
Milepost 42.
We'd sing songs by the campfire. Well, the stars lit up the night. Friends gathered round till the fire died down, drinking beer and telling lies. He always longed to be a cowboy. He liked to riding on the range. He loved wide open spaces, the desert and the sage.
Milepost 43.
Well, there was something in that phone call, maybe that hot September wind. Well, someone's up there watching over us, lets us relive old times again. He always longed to be a cowboy. He liked riding on the range. He loved wide open spaces, the desert and the sage.
Milepost 44.
I made it out to middle age, maybe some beyond. You'd think that I'd be wise by now, but there's argument from some. I'm old enough to think back when those were the good old days. There's more behind me than in front. That's Father Time's way. In this time of reflection, a leaf falls from the tree. Like every time I lose a friend, I lose a part of me. And though I've lost some damn good parts, just like a big old tree that falls to earth in autumn, leave summer's memories.
Milepost
The
45.
springtime that I recall, the leaves are mostly green. The summer storm that blew the trees were few and far between. With every taste of autumn, when a good friend precedes, I'm hanging on all those summer memories.
Aufferheide Drive.
So in my changing seasons, I cling to summer's green to make the best of what might be before those autumn scenes, and say the words that must be said and make amends that need. And while the leaves are on the tree, make summer's memories. The springtime that I recall, the tree was mostly green. The summer storms that blew the leaves were few and far between.
Milepost 46.
With every taste of autumn, when a good friend precedes, I'm hanging on all the summer memories.
Castle Rock.
Remember Grandma Minnie, remember Grandpa B. They left us with all the summer memories. Remember Spaghettimus,
McKenzie River Drive.
He left us with all the summer memories. Remember Spaghettimus, wherever he may be.
Holiday Farm RV Park.
All the summer memories. Spaghettimus did, he left us all with summer memories. Remember Spike now, he left us all with summer memories. Do you remember Spike? He left us all with summer.
Rainbow. Milepost 47.
I took the phone call that said you were gone, off to a better place, your time to move along.
U.S. Basketball Academy.
And while I know that is true, I'm reminiscing on you and the memories that helped me One night old Joe said, would you play Charlotte Johnson? I think old Joe might have had one or two. And Hugh said, boys, I ain't lying. Before the chairs go to flying, play Charlotte Johnson, it'd be best for you. Now one thing's for certain, these old memories are hurting, but the memories, they help me move on.
McKenzie River Drive.
Sang a song all about Prairie Mountain, a place where the coyotes still roam. You knew all along, that's why you gave us the song. Prairie Mountain was calling you home. One thing's for certain, these old memories are hurting, but the memories, they help me move on.
Rainbow.
I think you knew all along, that's why you gave us the song. Prairie Mountain is calling you home.
Brought up in the country, we grew up out in the woods. How those early days and childhood ways told of times and places good. All the sunlight on that mountain, Lobster Valley far below. We lived happily ever after a long, long time ago.
Belknap Bridge.
Now school days came and school days went as we thought of days beyond. And as boys we played on music, we grew up on country songs. And as time passed by, no one asked why. We were brothers and friends, it showed. Happily ever after.
Upper McKenzie
a long,
Community
long
Center.
time ago. We lived happily ever after a long, long time ago. I moved off to Texas. He wrote letters from back home. The old notes I read tell a brother's need for friendship time had grown. And a lifetime of
Rainbow
together
RV Park.
couldn't be bought for all the gold. We were happily ever after a long, long time ago. We lived happily ever after a long, long time ago. Happily ever after till both of us grew old. Yet I said a prayer in that November air as I stood out in the cold. Still I go right on believing in the story I've just
River Street.
The elk herd left the field at dawn. It took me back away. A misty-eyed old photograph look back to younger days. The grass and timbered hills so green. Oh, it ought to be so clear. And these aren't really teardrops.
Highway 126.
It's the rain that's falling here. The lights on in the kitchen, but there's no one in the chair. The diesel's in the driveway,
Mill Creek.
no blue smoke in the air. The key ring on the dresser, boots up against the full-length mirror. Kinda tells a story about the rain that's falling here. He bought himself a brand new Gibson,
Milepost
well, he hung
46.
it on the wall. The year was 1956. It was back when I was small. Dad'd take that 6-string down. Oh, he'd play a song or two. Everything was perfect when each day was through. Now the Gibson's in the corner. My memory's quite clear.
Alfer Heidi Drive.
Old Shep by the fireplace, yeah, had always brought a tear. 3 young boys had their hero. That memory I hold dear. Another chapter finished about the rain that's fallen here. Another chapter finished about the rain that's fallen here.
Watch the pine trees grow, see the river flowing through time of our lives. Stars shining bright, let's live it right, enjoy every night. Then we'll turn out the light. And you won't have to be afraid of the night. I'll be there to comfort you and hold you tight. Wake you in the morning, assure you it's alright, so you won't be afraid of the night.
Christmas treasures.
It's so nice to have your company. Walk, talk, or do all three, it feels right. Day or night. You have helped me more than I can say. I can't repay you help, show me a way. Show me today.
Milepost 43.
And you won't have to be afraid of the night. I'll be there to comfort you and hold you tight. Wake you in the morning, assure you it's alright, so you won't be
Lazy Days RV Park. Assembly of God Church.
And you won't have to be afraid of the night. I'll be
Milepost
there
42.
to comfort you and hold you tight. Wake you in the morning, assure you it's alright, so you won't be afraid of the night. So you won't be afraid of the night.
Up at 4 and out the door. My, how time does fly. Those days turned into years
Blue River Drive.
in the blink of an eye. I looked at these calloused hands. Well, I wonder why.